Linda He Mei, the chairwoman of Wailian Overseas Consulting Group, was arrested by Shanghai police. Wailian Overseas Consulting Group is the largest Sino-US immigration agency headquartered in Shanghai. The tweets also cited inside sources revealing that the police demanded all client data from He Mei spanning decades of immigration services. The informant advised Chinese green card holders or passport holders to prioritize their safety and either leave mainland China or refrain from returning, and to avoid traveling between the US and China. The tweet also mentioned that Shanghai police have confirmed the arrest, justifying it on grounds of alleged illegal foreign exchange transactions. Shanghai's official media, The Paper, also reported on August 10th that Shanghai police cracked a case involving illegal foreign exchange trading, arresting He Mei among 5 other suspects, with the case amounting to hundreds of millions of yuan. The report subtly implied that He Mei and an employee were suspected of illegally providing foreign exchange transactions by collecting yuan domestically and providing foreign currency abroad. Other employees were allegedly involved in connecting underground banks with clients for illegal currency exchange. In essence, the official narrative surrounding the crackdown on Wailian Overseas Consulting Group centers on its illegal Forex trading. Yet it's widely known that physically leaving China and transferring money out of the country are notoriously difficult for Chinese immigrants. A blogger, Zhang Lei, former IT manager from China now residing in the US, offered further insights. On August 10th, he explained that China's foreign exchange controls are capped at $50,000 per person annually. For foreign entrepreneurs to invest for permanent residency in the US through the EB-5 visa, they are now required to invest $800,000. Previously, the requirement was $500,000. So, the funds must be transferred through fragmented transactions constituting illegal foreign exchange. Hence, almost all investors in such immigration schemes are breaking Chinese law. Industry insiders estimate that over 95% of immigration agencies partake in helping clients with currency exchange directly or indirectly. Therefore, most affluent Chinese immigrants and their facilitating agencies are, strictly speaking, violating the law. Zhang Lei also pointed out that this case provides a foundation for the Chinese police to subsequently scrutinize immigration companies, punishing those involved in illegal Forex trading, and it could become a new revenue stream for the Chinese government. He candidly advised Chinese tycoons to flee before it's too late. An Australia-based scholar, Feng Chongyi, stated on August 11th that the Chinese Communist Party has many draconian laws, including restricting foreign exchange to $50,000 per person annually. Given the insufficiency of this amount for immigration purposes, anyone wishing to leave the country is treated as a criminal. Feng emphasized the vast scope of this crackdown, saying, quote, "It's a political move aimed at reverting to Mao-era governance, which is quite terrifying." Public records indicate that the Wailian Group is Shanghai's largest immigration agency, offering services in overseas immigration, investment, and education. Remarkably, the group has reportedly been the nation's leader in handling green card applications for 8 consecutive years. With a clientele surpassing 250,000, they have successfully facilitated the immigration of over 16,000 individuals. Wailian boasts wholly owned subsidiaries in major Chinese cities such as Shanghai, Beijing, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen, as well as in global hubs like New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Vancouver, Sydney, Singapore, and Hong Kong, and has received numerous industry accolades. Wailian champions the notion of, quote, immigrating without relocating. Their efficiency is commendable. Immigrants to America can expect approval from immigration authorities within 2 days. Immigrants to Australia can obtain state government approval in just 1 day. Immigrants to Canada can land in Vancouver in a month. And those for Europe can secure investment residence visas without even leaving their home country in as little as 5 days. Wailian clients are also significant players in overseas investments, having successfully engaged in over 100 investment projects in the U.S., including landmarks such as the Pennsylvania Convention Center, Comcast headquarters in Philadelphia, Cleveland Medical Center, and many more. Thus, the arrest of He Mei seems to aim at broader implications than her personal assets. Rumors surfaced that He Mei was arrested on August 7th, with insiders suggesting that authorities demanded she relinquish decades' worth of client data. Out of concern, the informant advises all Chinese who have obtained green cards or hold U.S. passports to shuttle between China and the U.S. to prioritize their safety, urging them to either promptly leave China or refrain from returning. If even the largest immigration agency is compelled to release over 20 years of client data, one wonders if other agencies might soon face similar pressures. Could this indicate an impending government probe into the wealthy elites who've left the country, including the family members of Chinese officials otherwise known as, quote, naked officials, whose spouses and children have settled abroad or have acquired foreign nationality? Might the officials themselves become the next target in a governmental sweep? Sources from within China suggest that there's a palpable tension among immigration firms. Perhaps the government believes that immigration is draining the country's finances. Apart from those who've liquidated their Chinese assets or entrepreneurs and high earners, many individuals with undeclared gray incomes, corrupt officials, or so-called naked officials find it challenging to explain their sources of wealth. Particularly for these naked officials, while they continue to hold office in China, their families, offspring, and mistresses have already migrated abroad. Unlike the usual affluent individuals who leave China, these officials retain significant interests and assets within the country. Unearthing this demographic might just provide the Chinese government with another lucrative revenue stream. Prominent former mainland media figure Zhao Lanjian commented on social media, "Billionaires, your data is taken. Total liquidation awaits." The post highlighted that all data related to corrupt officials and wealthy individuals involved in immigration over the past 2 decades is under scrutiny. Both immigration agencies and their clients are expected to face severe repercussions. Quote, "Those who have fled, leaving considerable assets behind in China, are in jeopardy. Immense wealth of questionable origin will likely be seized by various levels of government to sustain their operations," the tweet cautioned. Mainland Weibo users have also shared this information. Quote, "There are reports that the police have demanded He Mei to hand over all client data related to immigration spanning decades." Analysis suggests this move is aimed at non-core second-generation officials and their families, targeting the inner workings of non-core bureaucrats. Netizens further commented, quote, "A new era has begun." In essence, the Beijing authorities are cracking down on immigration agencies under the pretext of curbing foreign exchange scalping. This move likely serves 2 purposes. Firstly, it's an opportunity to profit from the wealthy who lack strong political backgrounds, including some vulnerable officials, thereby compensating for the tightening financial situation. Secondly, it's an attempt to curb foreign exchange outflows. With China's rapidly dwindling imports and exports, coupled with a sharp decline in foreign direct investment, the yuan's exchange rate has been consistently falling. Controlling this, alongside managing diminishing foreign exchange reserves, is becoming more challenging. Thus, the authorities are trying to plug the gaps. It's worth exploring the concept of, quote, immigrating without moving. This means that while one can obtain permanent residency in a foreign country, they don't necessarily have to reside there. They can continue living in China. Wailian has pioneered research into expedited immigration processes, claiming achievements such as getting U.S. clients approved for green cards in just 2 days and Australian clients approved in a day. With the One Belt, One Road initiative, Wailian has introduced European programs that require no residency, allowing families to retain their Chinese citizenship while also obtaining European permanent residency, granting them access to the 26 countries. This immigrate without relocating approach is likely attractive to corrupt Chinese officials. It allows them to continue their official duties in China and conduct business while also holding foreign citizenship. These officials can amass wealth domestically, with their foreign residencies acting as a safety net against an unstable environment in China. Others who prefer this mode of immigration, apart from corrupt officials, are probably entrepreneurs who rely heavily on government contracts or those who built their empires with government support. These individuals, reaping benefits from both sides, are now seen by the Chinese government as a resource to be harvested. Furthermore, under the counter-espionage law, they might also be suspected of being the so-called walking 500,000, implying they could be colluding with foreign entities. What is walking 500,000? On April 10, 2017, the Beijing National Security Bureau introduced a reward system offering between 100,000 and 500,000 yuan for substantial leads related to espionage. Thus, capturing a spy is like finding a walking 500,000. In a video released by the Tongbai Police Department, a female officer explains how to identify spies using covert signs, candidly informing the audience, quote, "It could be someone you pass by on your way home from work. If you see someone with recording equipment in a restricted military area acting suspiciously, or if they consistently post inappropriate comments online, they could very well be that walking 500,000. The banner reads, quote, "All residents of the region, keep your eyes peeled for returnees and report them." For overseas Chinese who have emigrated abroad but frequently return to their homeland, this represents a significant threat. Following the arrest of He Mei and the subpoena for customer details, many clear-headed individuals have realized a few truths. If you plan to leave, do it quickly. It might soon be too late. Seize any opportunity to exchange your money for reliable currencies like the US dollar as much as possible. The renminbi may soon plummet in value. For those already abroad, unless absolutely necessary, don't return. Don't be tempted by trying to play both sides and always keeping allegiances to the party and the country in mind. You may love the party, but does the party love you back? Going back might mean being slaughtered like a lamb. The current regime in China is desperate and might be ruthless to anyone. A user on Twitter remarked, quote, "Not understanding politics, especially the politics of the Chinese Communist Party, can lead to great losses, whether you're pro or anti-party. Didn't you see Hong Kong tycoon Li Ka-shing's complete withdrawal from Hong Kong? Xi Jinping is out of funds. This is a real issue. The CCP historically robs the rich to aid their agenda. If you don't move your funds, they'll close the door and beat you. If your family flees but assets remain, they might use hostages to extract ransom. You say you're law-abiding. They say they are the law. Their appetite is enormous. They want the fruits of 40 years of reform. A decade ago, I warned about the urgency of moving funds. 7 or 8 years ago, I highlighted the need for people to escape. Some hesitated, hung on to their contracts and business chains in China, and doubted my predictions on China's foreseeable future. Zhang Lei, former IT manager in China, offered advice based on his own immigration experience. Quote, "Fly to Thailand immediately, get an elite visa there and wait, then go directly to the US consulate in Thailand for the interview. If you stay in Thailand for more than 6 months, a non-criminal certificate can be issued by Thai authorities, meaning you won't have any ties to China. Leave quickly." On August 5th, Zhang Lei commented on a Voice of America program, quote, "The authorities, for their governance needs, won't consider ordinary citizens' lives. Many have lost their lives due to pandemic measures. Protests, resistances, placards, marches, they're futile against this. The best way to save yourself, in my view, is to leave. Move to a new environment. This is more valuable than earning 1 million or 10 million yuan. Whatever you earn there isn't truly yours. In a conducive environment, everything is for you. People move and live, trees move and die."